Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us for this much of the night. Of course, our grand final of the ESL One Battlefield 4 Winter Cup number 4 is just around the corner. Lauren, are you hyped?
I am. Finally get to see Fnatic up against Epsilon. These two teams have been clashing heads throughout this online cup and the cups prior to it as well.
Online and offline, to be fair.
Exactly. Add in a few finals and you've got a great rivalry, if I can utilize my words, about to go down. So I'm very excited, and I think we are almost ready to start this up. So I'm not going to be holding you guys back any longer. We can start looking towards the game, and obviously the two teams going head to head.
Absolutely, of course. And they have clashed on and off the battlefield as well. If you guys have been aware of the Twitter stuff going on, these guys are... There's no love lost between Epsilon and Fnatic. A lot of rivalry between the two of these teams.
Twitter antics.
Yeah, Twitter antics is a good way to put it here as well. So for these guys as well, important to remember that the money is important, of course, for them here, but pride is always going to be a factor, especially in a matchup like this one as well. I mean, yeah, Epsilon and Fnatic. It's been a very well documented tale of back and forth between these two teams here. We're going to be starting things off on Siege of Shanghai, the same map in which Epsilon actually defeated Fnatic in the grand finals of Cup number 2.
Now, let me tell you right now, I'm supposedly one of Fnatic's lucky charms. Whenever I cast them, they win. So let's see if that holds true to trend, because in theory they should win this, but you never know. Well, you never know. You know, according to the previous cups, they shouldn't. But I'm casting, so that's more important than current form.
We'll have to see, because I mean, every final that I've cast and played, they've lost. So yeah, we might have two opposing forces here as well. Bantering's Law at work, as always. Waiting for our countdown to start here, ladies and gentlemen, as I do just fly you around the picturesque map of Siege of Shanghai, despite being a war-torn location. It's still
nice,
rather aesthetically pleasing.
Aesthetics, Mitch.
All about that.
Can't get away from it.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Alrighty, so I think the teams are slowly getting themselves prepared. But yeah, I'm very looking forward to this one. A map, I'd say, I'm not sure. Let me look at the pool again. So Siege of Shanghai, Locker, and Paracel. I say Epsilon win this, Fnatic win Locker, and Paracel Storm up in the air. Alright, we're going to find out because the teams are ready. 30 seconds now on the board. And Valutaja giving the old ZZZ. This Estonian. Like there's anything better to do in Estonia right now. What else are you going to be doing, huh? Huh?
Well,
damn it, Valu.
We're not going to know. We're not going to know because they are here and ready to roll out here. 10 seconds left before this one, and all these teams are lining up and getting ready to go here as well. I want to see if there's any sort of cheeky, you know, fights through the middle as well as people try and cross it. See if they're trying to get into each other's heads as well. Because both these teams have shown proclivities in the past to tilt a little bit.
The too easy tilt, I think, is now the official name for it. But as I said, we are live into the action. Let's see who kicks off and gets that first blood on the board. The US side will be Epsilon, Fnatic on the Chinese side, and already Fnatic getting off to a good start. Going to be heading up, trying to get things a little better off here, trying to gain some control towards those buildings over C, and then maybe looking to deny that bomb cross towards the opposition. Well,
obviously, Epsilon just going to scoop the one up early here, and Valutaja will be holding the street. There's a lot of smoke. He could be in a bit of trouble here. Some blind fire actually coming through and tagging him up. He's going to back up into the container.
He's being caught out. 3 players are moving up. He has to be very, very cautious here. He knows they're moving up as well, but the bomb is with him. I don't know if he knows that factor. He's going to get picked up and just powering through. Epsilon being powerful as hell. B-side is now looking vulnerable and ready for the taking. Hexus denies drunks, and Fnatic are falling like flies. I don't know if they've forgotten how to use a mouse and keyboard, but they certainly need to remember pretty darn soon, because Epsilon have brought their A-game and already racking up 4 kills there for themselves, and the opposite side merely 2 for Fnatic.
The heck am I watching here? This is ridiculous, and Epsilon knew exactly. They knew that Valutaja would be the lone man on the street. They always using it to push up towards shop and towards the south, and they just completely countered it by putting all these players in towards him. But Fnatic get the spawns back in here. Too easy to at least be able to get through the window over sort of towards that site here, as B is the one that is ticking away, and there's 4 players of Epsilon up right now. 3 for Fnatic, make it 2 as Valutaja does drop down. Fnatic, please, what are you, my heart, what are you doing?
This is a very poor display. The final moments of that B plant is coming in. You can see them trying to get a hand to it, but now Zumfix left alive. He's going to get picked up. Mork got the back spawn. That is done and dusted. They can't even get a finger towards that, as Epsilon going to claim that one first and foremostly, and in quite some style. You can see them come out of the pretty much the stock's just going at it. There's no two ways to put it. And on that, that western side, they're going to have to play retake here, Fnatic. The bomb will be back in position, I can imagine, of Epsilon as well, considering.
Oh my god.
And even Morta saying, wrecked.
Yeah, there was Value just saying ooh in chat because he realizes how hard he just got counter-straight. And Mike is going huge right now. Too easy is the only man left for Fnatic. This is ridiculous. It's a full squad wipe. I cannot believe what we're seeing here. And Epsilon, they can go for a very deep plant here as well. Drunks will be up and Value will be there as well. But will it just be C? Epsilon are just on fire right now. This could be the quickest 2 MCOM detonations that we have seen yet this season. And against a team of Fnatic's caliber, that is a worrying trend here for the boys in black and orange.
As if you said that, but you are very, very much correct. This is a very poor display from them. The bomb is down. There's a lot to work through here for Fnatic if they even want a chance. And once again, the wipe comes out.
What?
Epsilon playing out of their minds. And Fnatic just have to sit back and watch. Even Easy saying, good half. Can't do anything about it. They've accepted this one is over and done with. Epsilon, what on earth are you getting up to? Because right now you are playing insane Battlefield. This is the fastest I've seen a game completed in a long time. Or at least a half.
I don't even know what to say. This is absolutely ridiculous. Epsilon doing their homework. There's no doubt about it on towards Fnatic. And the gunplay has just been on a completely other level. 21 kills to 13 deaths.
Wow.
That's the shortest half we've seen today. And that's the shortest half I've seen all season. Fnatic just got wrecked.
What can I say? That was unreal.
Get a camera and catch our reactions for a moment. This is...
Just... You good, Fnatic?
Yeah.
You good?
You okay, guys?
Like, we could hop in and play if you're real struggling. Like,
I don't know. Don't misconstrue this as awkward silences. This is just us trying to process exactly what happened.
Well, it was like literally Epsilon got the bomb, they planted it. Then they got the bomb, planted it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that last part.
Yeah.
Planted again.
And then there was no one to stop them.
No, and then they just killed Fnatic like multiple times.
All the time.
I think between their whole team, they got 10 kills.
8.
8?
Yeah, 8 kills.
Well, it was a short half, I guess, so not really much of an opportunity to do. Yeah, I don't know. I really
guys,
don't know.
It's been great, you know, real pleasure casting these finals. If it keeps going this way, I'm going to be home real quick, you know. I might just order the cab now, be like, yo, pick me up in like 5, because Fnatic decided they don't want to play, you know, they just want to sit there and be bent over this map right now. Every counterstop as a Fnatic player just presenting themselves at the moment. It's just unreal. What the hell is going on, boys? I've been hyping you up, you know. I might have bought a Fnatic t-shirt. That's not true, but I'd consider it. They're not that nice. But, you know, I'd have thought about it maybe.
I don't know.
Guys, please. Come on, Fnatic. Do you know what? I expect more from them. That's the thing. It's not the fact that I'm not disputing Epsilon are great. Epsilon are great. But no 2 teams in a final should be able to be that unbalanced. Sorry, let's stop talking.
Here's the thing.
Stop talking.
Here's the thing. Look at the map. Like, Fnatic, when starting from the northern side, they always flex Value here on this middle street. All right? Because what they've done in the past, they bring him through into this shop via the street. So Epsilon, all they decided to do was smoke the bejesus out of the street, push and take out Value. That's why he said, ooh, that's gross. And they flooded across here towards B straight away. And there was nothing Fnatic could do. They completely got caught off guard. It was stunning play, really, from Epsilon.
It was beautiful. It was well thought out. It was planned. It was concise. And we're back underway. Let's see if this one is going to get any easier for Fnatic. They are up against it, and Epsilon, they're loving this. They will be sitting there with a big grin on their faces after all those words said beforehand. And this being the start, what a beginning. All right, let's see what we got going down here already. The bomb should easily go over to Fnatic this time. However, the Chinese side of Epsilon will be the ones to try and focus it down and deny any plants.
Vale Tadra again just playing white at the moment. A lot of smoke coming up. This could be a repeat of his last round there. It could be a nightmare for him, no, but Too Easy was up there to support at least and managed to get the kill towards Jika. And Epsilon now in that middle room. Atrium, as I like to call it. It's very much an entry point for a lot of directions. Too Easy managed to get the kill. Horek having his back turned to him now. Going to give Fnatic a little bit of a foothold here, but Mike picks up Mort. Still 4 players for Epsilon on the field here. Let's see what can be done. Drunk's trying to get up and under their skin, but Hunter will take him out. There he gets his second as well. Hunter big on towards Too Easy. Unfixed barely survives that law shot, and he won't make it through.
It's almost a squad wipe. Only Value alive. He's going to have to play out of his mind to save this one, but that bomb's already off. It's already running. He can do nothing about this, and Fnatic have crumbled again. Value and the boys, what is happening? This is unbelievable. I just don't know what to say about this. Epsilon are playing on another level right now. They are leading the pace and then some. Finally, Unfix will stop Hunter, but that bomb is so close by. The smoke's already down, and Fnatic are just falling like flies. Horek is the last man up here. The trade-out did go in his favor. He's going to be lurking just around with that pistol. Wait for the backup to arrive. His teammates were held up by Value a little longer than expected, but that bomb will be back into the clutches of Fnatic. But they're going to be playing, you know, from the very baseline here if they want to have a chance. And already Epsilon are starting to get the wins down in these trades.
All right, well, let's see what happens now as Fnatic managing to hold on at least too easy, be able to move forward. The law shot thudding over his head. Bomb is in his hands as well, so, you know, he can go wide on this one as well, but he has to wait. You see Epsilon are just going to keep them locked in for the moment. This almost reminds me of that first map we saw, actually, the first game of the night against Atlas on this one. Epsilon just so big on that one, so big.
Yeah, and I thought it was just, you know, a one-time thing. I thought you couldn't apply it to a team of this caliber, but you can. Epsilon are doing wonderfully. They're losing out on, you know, more of the trades than they did previously against their first opponent, but that's because Fnatic has some incredibly skilled players, but it doesn't remove the fact that Epsilon once again have the bomb. They're once again right on the precipice of getting the plant down. That's Hunter waiting, and Valo and Too Easy going to have to go into the action, finally get that back, but while all this happens, Epsilon are just mowing up these kills. We're seeing a little bit of resistance finally, but it's Fnatic clutching at straws here. They've still got a long way to traverse to get to that C site, and that's looking like that may be their plant point, but the ping came out towards A, so that'd be a long route to go.
All right, well, bomb in hands for Fnatic, and they're going to try and make something happen here as well as they do push forward, almost getting essentially the wipe now, and Too Easy's going to duck straight in towards the sushi store, I like to call it. I don't even know what it is. It's a quick plant, actually. Can Jika stop this one? I don't really know. Too Easy's on that one. He gets the bomb down. He actually managed to get the bear of Jika as well. In fact, it's a kill that's traded out with Drunks getting involved in that one there. Fnatic actually have done well to sort of turn this one around. They do need 2 MCOM detonations in this half, though.
Yeah, Mayak going to be on the flank as well. He's going to get the better of one. That's going to be the street presence removed. That was unfixed. Now Mayak around the back on the flank. He can start doing some damage here. Horek's already in on it. This could be trouble. Fnatic might not hold this. They're winning on the trades as well. Epsilon, oh my god, the retake was primed. And Value has a million miles to go to even get close. That's the defuse, and that's the Epsilon with that bomb control and already challenging out Fnatic on the respawn. Hunter laying down the fire with Mayak, catching out one. That's Mortagon. Value got a little further ahead, but not by much. And look at this play from Epsilon. It's just all-encompassing, and it's phenomenal. Horek on the run with the bomb. He's going to get past the street unless Drunks and Easy really catch on fast. And he slipped through. Horek and Jika are going to go for the challenge here. Unfixed en route. He's missed him out as well. He's actually quickly turned down. He's going to spot him out, catch him in the heels. Does get Jika down, but can he follow up with the second?
He should be able to. There's no cover at all for that player, and that was Horek that went down with the bomb in hand. They managed to drive a long way forward here, but Fnatic, well, actually pretty much wiped Epsilon yet again. The only saving grace for Epsilon is the bomb is so far back that they can generally get in position to defend against it, but Too Easy, already set up here in the shop. He's going to go head-to-head with Horek, gets the better of him as well. Fnatic are here to stay by the looks of things, as Unfixed even picks one up himself. Mike is driving wide here, very, very wide. Always a player to be doing that, but he has to sort of get involved at one point. He can't sort of leave his team high and dry here. Jika not going to connect that one as well. Oh dear, looks like Fnatic might be back in just a moment here. The plant's going to go down. Unfixed should be able to get this one done. There's some shots coming towards him from just outside. That's Horek trying to stop him, but he cannot stop him, and the bomb is planted yet again. Yeah,
it is. Epsilon are on the door, though. 2 players left alive, but they're fairly close. Hunter baiting out those shots then. Smart play, going to take his time, pick up the kill there. Value a little sloppy on that one. As the clock is ticking, spots out one on the side, going to go back in for more. He's got backup this time, smokes it down, pistols out, he gets the assist, and he might just get the defuse.
Where's Fnatic right now? I mean, Drunks can fire inside if he can actually see through the smoke. He actually got him as well. And that might be enough, I think. Yeah, Epsilon are a long way away. They've got some players pushing onto it now, but Valley Tarja might have something to say about that one. Bounding in towards this shot. He gets gunned down before he even gets close towards the bomb.
They got denied.
Oh, my lord. There it is. The defuse happened. You can still fire, I guess, while you're defusing the bomb, which is something that it can be hard to recognize sometimes. But Fnatic, again, still pushing forward. Want to get another plant. Drunks is already on that bomb again, trying to make this one happen. Bomb's going down. No. Yes. Yes. Okay. Whoo. That was hard to follow there, as Drunks was still able to fight while doing that. And another plant comes out for Fnatic.
Yeah, this is hectic as hell. There's no 2 ways to say it. They're just throwing bodies in on these sites, and Epsilon occasionally win out. But so far, you know, Fnatic haven't been able to stick that plant. There's been diffusers time and time again, but this time they're saturated into this well. Easy's gonna get dropped, but Drunks is still there, and he's been playing perfectly thus far from that upper side of those escalators. But we are seeing the challenge coming through. Hunter already peeking out towards that, but it looks like Epsilon are kind of saying, all right, guys, you take that. Unless they get an opening, I guess, why not?
Well, Nate over towards the balcony here as well. Epsilon have about 10 to 12 seconds at the moment to really do something about this here. And they are fighting for it. They're going to make one more push back as a team.
This is dangerous. There we go. The nade does come in. That was very well needed and warranted. But in the last couple of seconds, they're making a play. A little too late there. And both sides get wiped.
Wow, that was pretty intense there. Hexus is the first to spawn up as everyone goes up in a cloud of smoke. And that was Fnatic's first MCOM plant for the game. So they need another one to at least take it to overtime. Epsilon are in the advantageous position of already having had a great first half. They are playing now from the harder side, and they have to make a good drive to the south. Now, last time they did it fairly well. Value up in his standard position here, watching towards the street, trying to at least keep those heads down of Epsilon behind those cars. The rest of Fnatic are going to be making their way up. Hex's great position. He's going to be just outside the shop door. He can jump right on in and mix things up in a moment if he has to. But he's got two angles to watch. This could be risky for the man.
Yeah, it certainly could be. And already smoke being put down towards that eastern side of the street. But Easy's going to take that bomb for a run. He's got the AEK, so he's going to get up close if he wants to use it. Doesn't get the chance, and there's the shutdown from Epsilon. As soon as Fnatic try and make their play, it's just not happening. And Value going beast mode does get one, but can't follow up with a second. And that bomb is now loose. Mortar's close, but Epsilon have far more players there.
3 minutes remaining in this one. Not a lot of time at all. Fnatic need at least one more MCOM plant. It is possible. By all means, it's possible. But look at Hexus. He's been sitting here this whole time, controlling shop from the outside, ducking in towards the door with a Magnum Connect. No, he can't make it happen, but still Horek is there to take down more. The bomb goes down yet again. Too easy now, trying to pick it up. His teammates are strewn around the place.
He is desperately outnumbered, and his teammates were not close. You noted it, and so did Epsilon. They've got the bomb now. They're looking for their opportunity. 2 men are close by. That's Drunks and Unfixed. Losing out on Value on that eastern side street has left control to now Epsilon. And look at Mayak round the back on the flank. Gonna spot out one, gets the tag. Looking for the frag. Gonna close it down as well. He does get picked up, but he's weakened the reinforcements for Fnatic. And now surely Epsilon can get... making the most of this. Already that bomb's starting to consider going for a run. Easy's been picked up, and that is the street looking a lot clearer.
Valataja now has to hold on to this one. He does get one kill. He's going to need a couple more, though. As Jika goes down, the rest of his teammates will surely be following as they try and cross the street. Hunter being a little bit more careful about it himself. He knows that he's easy to watch.
Fnatic are trying to close down on this bomb right now. Value's held them up. Mortar, you got to get this kill. He gets the tag. Oh, he gets denied. What on earth was that? Finally, we're going to see Drunks come to the rescue, recover that bomb, but that was sloppy play. Drunks can now start building pace here. He's got the option of C. They planted on A first. That's left it up and open. And now Fnatic going to get that bomb down. Both teams really dropping the ball here, but Fnatic seeming to come out on top.
Yeah, they're going to plant here. No, they didn't get the plant. It was dropped, in fact. And it's just, lucky. It's only a couple of Fnatic players up right now. I think Unfixed was the last at one point, but now Easy is up on his feet again, looking for another target. He should be able to secure this one easily enough, but it is traded in as Jika gets one towards him. Now look at the flank as well. Horek is behind inside the atrium room. Can he connect? He's forced to pull out the pistol, but Drunks is still too good for him now. But the bomb is picked up by Epsilon. They at least have possession. Valentine just trying to come around the side, and Mort will be waiting on the corner. He drops down, and Epsilon have a clear route across to the southern side of this map.
Yeah, Value is going to have to work out of his mind. He gets picked up. Mortar could not buy enough time. And it's going to be Hexus just not turning around.
Oh, dear.
Just running this one the hell out of dodge. The respawns are in, but that plant should go down. The smoke is in place. Hexus is on the side itself. Plant will be coming in as we speak. No one yet to challenge. It's retake time. 4 players standing, and actually, bomb is now ticking. This is time for Fnatic to try and play retake here. Epsilon are ready and waiting.
Only 40 seconds left as well. This could be the last play of the game, and either way, Fnatic are in deep trouble. Epsilon would love to finish things off here.
Double kill coming in already. Gonna get denied the pistol follow-up, but still 3 players present for Epsilon. That clock is ticking. There's no two ways about it. It looks as though it's done and dusted. Fnatic get wiped, and there's no one to defuse us. They're a mile away, and Epsilon trashing Fnatic on map 1.
I tell you what, we were waiting for them to step up. We spent all night saying, yeah, Epsilon look alright, but they still maybe lacking a little bit that special element that makes them so strong. Jika 18 and 11, Mayak 17 and 11, Hunter 14 and 10. These guys have done so well to bring them back. Fnatic made them work for it, but they started off in such a stellar fashion as well. And there goes the last MCOM being detonated, and the first map very strongly going over towards Epsilon.
Epsilon look outstanding. I just want to see those scores so you guys at home can see it as well. That is a resounding victory. And, well, my word, what a way to kick off the finals here if you're an Epsilon fan. If you're a Fnatic fan, hopefully you didn't buy the t-shirt, because that was a real thorough spanking coming out. That first half was just unbelievable. You do not see that at the sort of caliber Fnatic can play at. This is what I said earlier, and we were saying throughout the day, that Fnatic just look un-Fnatic-like. They don't look as, poised, they don't look as prepared, and that's not a Fnatic I'm used to seeing. That's a very different style of train of thought, and Epsilon have picked up the mantle well, and every single element of their play was just perfect.
I would suggest as well that Fnatic are not used to being put in that position at all.
Yeah.
And how do you recover from that, really? They literally just got absolutely wrecked as well. It was 4 minutes into the first half and it was already over.
Yeah, it was done and dusted. And for a team that's known to be, I wouldn't, tilt is a strong word, right? But, you got to be pissed after a loss like that. Yep. There's no two ways to say it. It doesn't matter if you're the best or the worst team. You lose in that fashion, you're going to be so mad. And, these guys certainly have a real rivalry going on, so that's going to be a tough one for them to deal with. And rebounding on towards the locker. Now, there's some bittersweet memories, I can imagine, for any of you Fnatic people out there who kind of know the history that these guys had on this very map. They started out as their home map. It was the map they could always depend upon to win out. There was no one who could contest them back in the days. In the early seasons, it was their stronghold. Then they got beaten. Then they got broken on it and they could barely play it anymore. The addition of weapons, whether it be the Scar H back in the day playing on the outside, or whether it's the Famises, there was so many things that came in that they would always chalk it up to. But at the end of the day, they lost out on their reign of dominance on this map not too long ago. I can imagine there's a couple of bittersweet thoughts about this one now, as Epsilon was one of those teams that were able to push them, Zika being one of them as well, and Hunter. There's so many superstar players on that Epsilon side, it's very hard to doubt any of them.
Absolutely. Now, it'll be a quick break for, I think, some of the Epsilon players now, just as nature does call. And they'll be getting themselves back into this one. Oh my gosh, Operation Locker as well. Between these two teams, I mean, it's like colliding atoms at the moment as well with these guys because they're so aggressive. They want to fight against each other. They want to go for the frags. They want to crush each other. And this map caters to that perfectly. It gives you so many staging grounds where it's just you and your opponent as well. The full weight of teams sort of crashing into each other. Strategy, definitely a factor here. But not so much because so many weird things can happen inside this ring of death, as I like to call it, that you have to just, I guess, work off the back of a successful fight, or if you're defending, I guess, an unsuccessful one and get back and hold.
See, the one thing that really stood out to me was how easy to read Fnatic were. Like, Valu's positioning was it's fine if he's hitting his shots, but when he's getting overwhelmed, smoked out, he's literally being negated. He needs to have the variety to switch up, and he's a player of a caliber he should be able to. Like, that's not even close to what level he should be playing at. So if he's already mentally kind of getting to that point, that's really not a very good sign. It's just him not caring enough to adapt or not being focused enough to adapt. And I say this because I am honestly his biggest fan when he plays well. I kid you not. His gameplay, his individual talent and ability outshines everyone in this game. I don't care who you say may be better on paper. You go into experience, you go into that sort of factor. He is phenomenal. So when you see him playing in this kind of slightly poor form, it's just a little bit of a shame, really. I think he's got a lot more to bring, and then, same can be said throughout that Fnatic side, they had a really shaky first map. But then again, new start, but then how much of Epsilon worked on this as well?
I don't know. I mean, we've seen Epsilon play this one. I mean, I think we saw them play against Leisure earlier. No, sorry. We definitely saw it last week from them anyway. So
the first map we could have seen if it went to a third, but we didn't.
That's right.
Didn't see it in round 2. Semi-final.
Not this week, maybe.
No.
But we definitely have seen it from them before as well. I think it was actually against Leisure on this one last week at some point. You have to correct me if I'm wrong, but
hey, I do not. I have the memory of a fish. Honestly, it's not worthwhile even discussing.
Did you know I actually proved that goldfish have a memory of more than 8 seconds?
Really?
Yeah, I won an award for it back in Australia when I went to a nerd school. I ran an experiment and I proved that goldfish. 3 months.
They remember things for 3 months.
Yep. It's like what happened was I used I'm going to go into this. I used a different coloured light source, right, which goldfish can sort of detect. They're quite sensitive to that. And the blue light, I shone a blue light when I was going to feed them.
Right.
And I shone a red light and then did nothing. So I come back a few months later, and I kept doing this, right? I drew this into them. And then every time I put the blue light on, they'd come to the top and wait for food.
Huh.
So they actually have a memory longer than 8 seconds. There you go.
Wow, today I learned with Mitch. This is a great lesson. Alrighty, but goldfish aside, we can come back to that later. It does seem as though it is time to get underway. And ladies and gents, this is going to be a hell of a game. The defining moment between two big teams. It's Fnatic starting out on the Russian side. On the US side, it's Epsilon. This is the second map. It could be over in 2 if Fnatic don't find some form. But let's see what they bring to the plate here. Already off to a bit of a Oh, it was a 3-2 split, make it a 4-1 split here, and Epsilon doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, always that 1v1 happens outside as well. Remember how much pride is on the line here as well, and Drunks is taken out by Mayak as well. What a scary player to have to go up against in the opening seconds of that round. And now they look to transition their advantage in towards the center part. Valley-Tarja not even bothering. In fact, Fnatic not even really bothering, except with the exception, I guess, of Too Easy, who did manage to win the fight as he goes up the stairs. But Epsilon have control right now. Valu getting himself back here, trying to set up for something for Fnatic. That's not too bad at all as Maw pushes out and takes down Jika. Valu was already there. He already opened things up. They can push through this first little choke point now and onwards. Where is Epsilon? They're not even here. Fnatic just decimated them right now. It's just Hexus and Mayak on the map. This could be a complete mirror of our last map.
What on earth is going on here? You shouldn't be able to do this sort of stuff. And the bomb is down. What is going on? Epsilon, what are you doing? You can't win map 1 like that and then forget how to play going into map 2. Fnatic are set up well and ready and waiting for this one. They are in good positions. They should not lose out on this territory. You can see the spam going out. Jika will at least collect, you know, a little bit of a dent in towards Fnatic, but I don't think they can really retake this one unless a little bit of magic at play, but they are going to be just clashing heads here, and Epsilon are winning out.
They need more, they need more, they need to keep coming forward. Jika gets a nice launch shot on towards Unfixed, but he's got more than that to deal with there. He does get too easy, but just around a corner with Drunks.
It's only down to Drunks, and he gets picked up in the last seconds. The defuse is coming in, and Epsilon somehow work it back out. Fnatic are going to be livid. I'm livid. How can you lose out on that? You had every advantage. Epsilon should not have won that trade, but they did. And now are they going to take it home? Let's see how much they can punish this.
Jika fired 3 law shots, and it went through those bars, so physics OP. At least he still managed to make those shots and actually get 2 kills plus the one with the gun. He was instrumental in that defense, but now Epsilon have to convert that into something a bit more here, into an objective advantage right now. But you see Hunter drop down. It's actually Jika who's getting himself in a key point. Maybe he fancies himself as a key player in this map here as well. He's going to get pushed onto Too Easy. He'll come towards him through the smoke. He's going to just spam out through that as Too Easy seems to have backed off, for at least for the moment. We'll try and find another avenue of approach here as Epsilon losing a few players. Hexus goes down towards Unfixed, but it's a decent trade as Mayak is always there to collect. And the Mayak man always collects on his debts.
Who's in the back though? Who's going on the flank here? Is that easy?
It's easy, yep.
Oh, okay, there we go. That's what they needed. The bomb is now loose. Whether or not they can do anything with that is the next big point of contention. Already picked back up into the hands. Jika goes down, and Fnatic regaining the control, regaining the bomb. But Epsilon just cracking up in the kills. Again, it's backwards and forwards, and this kind of fray between the two is starting to get a bit of a chasm built here, as Epsilon are once again going to have to play retake on towards A. You can see Mayak and Drunk still battling out in the western front, but the bomb is going down, and that is going to be the focus here. But can that retake pull off again, or is Maw going to stop it where it starts?
Maw gets it done there as well, and Horik went down. He did well to hold his position there. Hunter just trying to take out some of these walls here near the infirmary, give themselves a little bit more control, but right now Epsilon are just working their way from the outside in. They really haven't made a huge commitment towards A yet. We see Fnatic setting up here as well. Unfixed will be there, so will Too Easy. It's a good little bit of smoke, but Unfixed still finds his target through that. Jika does go down.
Better. That's what they needed. A little more aggression. Don't give them the full control on the retake. Fnatic finally deny the stomp that Epsilon would bring in on this one. And it looks like they might have just lost out on this. They're not winning the trades. They're going in dribs and drabs. And these respawns are dire for Epsilon. It's too far back, and they know it.
Yeah, this is weak there. A law shot just whizzes over Hunter's head. Only about 10 seconds left on this bomb now. Hunter has to get there. Someone from Epsilon has to get there, but there's still 3 Fnatic players up and about it. And they will get that MCOM detonation done.
Yeah, good stuff from Fnatic then. Finally gaining control, not allowing a comfy ride here as Drunks smartly plays it, waiting things out. He knows they're around here somewhere. He's searching them out. He knows they're going to go and try and make a play off the back of it, but already there are players infiltrating around him. But Fnatic have control of that main mess hall. They have control of the tower. And Epsilon are just looking from the outside in.
There's Horek there, going to go down to Valley-Tarja in the lower levels, and the bomb has spawned in. Fnatic have mid-control right now as well, working out from that watchtower. A small shot going over in towards that staircase as well. So they're just trying to hold things up from here. Oh, geez. Drunk's being very, very careful. Does get taken down, though, by Hexus as he has good positioning. And we'll have to see now as that gets challenged out here by Fnatic. I think it was Valley-Tarja trying to make his way up the stairs, but Hexus will be able to survive for now. Maud goes down. Mayak takes him out, and this is Epsilon now with a little bit more control over mid, but they don't have the bomb.
Oh, this is smart, though. Horik's already playing ahead of the curve. He's trying to get set up, beautiful, waiting to receive, and they have cleaned up, but he's actually fallen back. He didn't want to go ahead without his squad, and they see that the early corridors are clear, but now they have to convert it in towards a plant, in towards something more, and Unfix says no already. That AEK rattling off the bullets and get themselves in a good position now.
Absolutely fantastic hold so far from Fnatic. Let's see if they can continue with that one. Mayak does take down Unfixed, but Valitarja responds into that one. Now Jika makes his way up the stairs. Bomb is loose. Fnatic players all over it. Too easy. Snaps it up very, very quickly. Was that a squad wipe? Not quite, as Epsilon have some players spawning in from the back, but they always seem to be one step behind. This map is creating so many intense head-to-head clashes. We talked about it. We foreshadowed it before the game started, and these teams are delivering.
Yeah, they definitely are on every single front. Fnatic are being relentless about this. They did take the easy plan to begin with, something they didn't want initially on their gameplay going out on Siege earlier, but now they're being forced to it. Epsilon do not allow anything other than that to happen, but the pressure will be folding in soon, but that bomb is not going down just yet.
Oh, that's right, in the hands of Too Easy though. He is just having making his way forward towards his metal detectors. He's always going to give his position away as well as he crosses those. They do beep as he moves past it. Funny what having a gun on your hands can do. He's just watching that corner now as Drunk's being sent ahead. Look at this. Look how deep the man is. He gets so much done from here.
This is big. He's going to try and get all the spots he can and then work off the back of it. He has been caught out, though, and he achieves nothing. He waited a little too long to pull that trigger, and his position got noted. And already, you've got to say it this way. I think you just spotted it as well. Horek 0-6, but Mayak making up for it on 13-4.
Epsilon, no, he's not making up for it. Epsilon need Horek to be firing as well. It's not enough for just Mayak to be getting the kills, and yeah, he's doing a great job 14-4. This is his element. This is where he thrives. But to have a player go 0-7 on your team in one of the most important matches of the week, you just can't afford that kind of thing now. The bomb is so close to being planted as well. Fnatic have position, but it looks like Unfixed will bring it back a little bit further now as Drunks has managed to stay alive. No, Hunter it was, sorry. He'll get the squad revive, and Epsilon are weathering the storm for now.
Yeah, Fnatic are very much on the verge of breaking in, though. Too Easy's playing a bit of a game now. He's suddenly starting to realize he's got to bring the A game up into this one, and now the bomb is all alone, and that's the recovery from Epsilon. They're back in control here. The bomb is theirs. 3 minutes on the board overall, so a lot of time to work with here, but Drunks going to go for the aggressive play. Not going to get much done there. The one trade and then the revive coming out, and Horek still yet to get a kill. Used to be renowned for that flanking ability, but not finding his footing just yet in this one. Let's hope he can find something a little later on here, because Epsilon will certainly start needing it, especially when Fnatic are starting to play a lot better.
This is big, actually. The lower levels being used by Mayak, but he's taking his time. He's actually going to set the trap as Fnatic drop down and try and stop the process of the bomb. And it's just the Valitarja.
Who's at the front? Who's at the front here? Oh, that's really nice from Hunter. He's already splitting up, waiting for the pushing to come around the back. Not going to happen just yet. The bomb will go down. They can get set well for this, but Fnatic come into their element in this classic style of the map. Drunks is going to be the first one on the scene. Picks up a cheeky kill towards Jika. Didn't get a chance and can't adjust well enough for the second, as Unfix feels like he wants to take that challenge after the revive.
Mayak is going to be still sitting on the bottom. This is quite a dangerous position, but he still gets the better of Drunks. He's able to back away with 4 points of health. He'll get around the corner. He'll regenerate that, and he'll have another crack here and try and hold on. He does trade that. Horek finally gets on the board, gets a quick double here. It's a 3v3 now, and Horek is trying to get towards that side. No one from Fnatic is in a position to defend it really at this stage, and Hex is trying to keep his team alive, trying to keep himself alive at the very least. Goes for the G18, can't connect, and Morton Too Easy makes short work of the remainder of Epsilon, but here come the spawns.
Fnatic are on the bomb. Morton's going for the defuse here. Jika has to be the one to deny this. He gets it and looks for a follow-up. Can't get that either, but in the last couple of seconds, that is going to get hectic. They need to throw in nades. They need to throw in everything they have, but that bomb is going to be contested, but it looks as though in the final couple of seconds here, oh, the nades, the play, Mayak and Horek coming up with the goods, and they pull it off.
That was incredible stuff there, Epsilon. Keep it even, I guess, after 8 minutes and a half of play. What a beautiful push from them as well. So very, very close. And that A site, it's assailable from multiple directions as well. Get your nades in there, and you can do a heck of a lot of work. But look at this position for Fnatic. They are, well, not letting themselves be pushed back too far. They're actually able to go through for the most part. Maya can't hold on there. He gets overwhelmed. But they're spawning back in on Hunter for some reason. They want to stop Fnatic from being able to push out. This could be very risky.
Yeah, if they can get these kills here, though, they're in a great position. But it's a dangerous play. You're assuming the safe spawns are coming in on the eastern side already. One player flanking towards the north. That's Jika expecting this, putting a lot of pressure on this one man, and he's caught out. He's in between a rock and a hard place. He's going to fall, and that's will give an easy chance towards Epsilon. They are counting on those back spawns. They're going to get them, but still, this is very, very risky here. Horek is back up and standing, but I wouldn't want him to be the one player to save this, considering he's on 3-9.
Great read by Mort there as well. Instead of going straight to the staircase, he set himself up in the watchtower first, took out the player, Jika there on the stairs, and then went and got the bomb. Now, Epsilon have a good hold here. They have a good defense to start with, but look at Fnatic. They're going to try and wrap around, put 3 players to the outside. These two are going to sit tight, and let's see what Maya can do. See if he can hold on. Valitarja already being stopped in his tracks. No better player to have in an important position like this. Mayak now just lobbing grenades over, trying to stop Fnatic down. He gets his second as well. This man is a beast. He's holding on. Goes for the G18 as well. He gets another one. Only 2 players left for Fnatic, and that attack has been stopped in its tracks. The hype is real.
Mayak is playing out of his mind for his side. You want a one-man band, you got it. He just held back 2 players. There's no more time left to do this one, but wow, what an individual play from that man. keeping his team in this game after such a shaky start. They started to really find their footing just off the back of him. And even Easy saying, hey, we never see that land KD from you, Mayak. That is Easy already getting tilted.
That was insane. Honestly, one of the most hype matches, or at least maps of Battlefield that I've seen in quite some time, and it's just such a perfect scenario. Two teams that want nothing more than to get in each other's faces and tear them off, getting to do exactly that. And Mayak, he is the man right now, seriously, 24-9. The guy is just unstoppable. And honestly, Epsilon doing the right thing, putting him in key positions.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe how big he went on that outside area. You just don't see one player doing that often. You just don't. You don't see one player being able to hold back two, especially when one player was above, one was on the flank. It just doesn't happen.
Well, I'll tell you what now. The second half is going to be very interesting here. And this is Fnatic fighting to hold on. This is me fighting to not break my microphone by yelling into it. And this is Epsilon, of course, well, hoping to take another 2-0 win in a grand final of a weekly cup against Fnatic. They've done it before this season, and they can do it again.
Well, I'm just seeing what Easy's been typing. He is getting livid in chat. So yeah, we'll have to find out how this goes. Dude, he's getting real mad. I kind of want to show this, but I shouldn't. But, you know, Easy is the man to tilt. But then, you know, he does play really well when he gets angry. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, let's go game.
Good. The tilt is real. I mean, this is now Fnatic have to play under these conditions. And you know, when we're at LAN, when they're up against Dexterity, when they're being pushed, when Fnatic is starting to get really hype.
I missed the Easy rage, man.
I'm not showing my chat.
No,
I
refuse. Do not. But I missed the Easy rage. Oh, too easy.
He's mad. He's mad. However,
mad as hell.
This is what I love to see from Fnatic. When they fire up, you know, we only ever get to see it as a treat in the grand final of like our grand finals for our Battlefield seasons here. When teams like Dexterity are pushing him, when Drunks are starting to get loud, start yelling, when these guys are really firing up, that's when we see the best stuff from Fnatic as well. When the rubber hits the road, they definitely can push back. Well, do they have the strength to push back far enough?
Kaplan and say, what the hell do you mean when rubber hits the road, to be fair?
Yeah, you don't, when the rubber hits the road, like when like cars like midair and it hits the road, it's like bam, like.
Oh, okay, no, I get it. I was just like.
So when push comes to shove, rubber hits the road.
No, I kind of got it. I was like, what literal way would that work? I did pull on Mr. Jason Kaplan, then I do apologize. it's when you go, you know, you make a very normal phrase, and he sits there just looking at you like, what did you say?
Or at least not spending half an hour actually having me trying to justify why I said it, so that's good.
I feel as though we covered that topic well, but it is time to get ourselves ready for what could be a interesting second half. Fnatic are certainly fired up. Epsilon are on the verge of picking up a victory here. Can they do it? We are live into this one. Epsilon is starting out on the Russian side. The US side is going to be donned in blue by Fnatic, and these two are about to clash heads, and my God, am I ready for this.
Epsilon have been quietly just enjoying Too Easy's tirade in between the two maps here. Surely a few pats on the back for Mike, and they've sent him now into a 1v2 situation out towards the outside. Grenade is going to be thrown first for him. He's already spotted one player as well. He just needs to hold position and at least keep these two Fnatic players back, but it's actually already been taken control of. Unfixed, of course. It's a shorter distance for the US side to run to get to that tunnel. Drunk's going very, very low here, though, as well, and he gets bested by Horek. Horek now free to head towards that tunnel. Mayak, sorry, it was. And it will be taken out there as well by that Fnatic man. That's unfixed, but control of mid towards Epsilon. In fact, he was the last man in his squad. Almost a full squad wipe for Fnatic. Epsilon, oh my lord.
You know what? They just had it as fuel to the fire. They are running that bomb. They're getting it down. And you know what? Easy, you can type in chat, but you better bring your A game after you've been laying down the smack talk. And at the moment, you're just getting rolled the hell on over. Already Epsilon pushed up, looking for these challenges actively, trying to deny any control of that bomb site. What a cheeky spot from Hexus. And that's Easy going down. He is so mad right now. The rage is real. This guy is going to be hitting the keyboard, going real angry, and he better step up to the play here. You can hear that siren going, and it is going to be a tough retake for Fnatic.
They're doing okay, though. They've still got 5 players. There's just 2 left for Epsilon, and there's no one close enough there to really do anything about it.
Pushed too far almost. Epsilon do have the respawns in, but the bomb has been defused. Epsilon do not get the easiest of starts. Fnatic showing there is still a little something going on for them. They are still Fnatic. You cannot take us lightly, but they need to find more of that form and very damn fast.
And then Too Easy's playing with one hand and talking in chat in the other, so that's pretty impressive in itself. Unfixed, though, will kill more. That's not going to help things out for Fnatic at all now. 3v3 As Mayak looking over towards his metal detectors.
This is nice from Unfixed. He's running right around the back with the bomb. He's already the hell away. It's down to Zika to hold this one up pretty much.
So important right now.
And they're going to slip away just underneath him. They might split a player off. It's going to be Hex who's going for the challenge, but Unfixed doing some really nice ninja play here. He's going to be trying to play this one out smart and actually... Oh my god, how the hell is he the last man standing? Where did these kills come from? How can they lose out on players like that?
We're missing a lot of kills that are happening actually in this middle part of the map, and Epsilon are just firing so beautifully right now as well. And no surprise to see Mayak at the top of the scoreboard. He will be the important piece now being used to move forward.
Yeah, Epsilon aren't going to go for the plant here. This is like a more standard setup. Last time they kind of pushed it a little too far. Seems they're going to go for something similar, but Mayak lays in wait, gets the double. That is outstanding.
Oh my god, Fnatic down to 2 players. The bomb is planted too easy now. What can he do out of this infirmary? He's looking again. Will it be Hexus? No, Horek, I think, to take him out. No, he gets the kill. Last man in squad. So important.
Oh,
it's a wipe for Fnatic. This could be it. There's another MCOM plant going down. It won't mean the game per se, but Epsilon will have 2 over the course of this series, and that is a great buffer to have, especially on a map like this.
Yeah, it's going to be huge for these boys. Value is now down, and there's so much ground to be gained for Fnatic, trying to even get back towards that site, and they know it. They are up against the wall. Drunks tries to pour through, but they're just not breaking in, and Epsilon, they have done some insane work here. Mayak deserves a medal after this performance, but in the last couple of seconds, Fnatic can do nothing but just watch.
2 players left as well. They almost got wiped to their own territory. Mort will go straight back towards mid. Fnatic spawning aggressively in on him as well, and they want to immediately take control of this stair area. That is often where the bomb can spawn that second time around. Look at this play though as well. This is incredibly aggro with Too Easy pushing so deep. Epsilon-esque, but they can lock Epsilon out of their own half of the map. These 3 players here, they kind of almost have to go in and die and allow themselves to respawn back if they're going to be sort of kept out of the action for so long.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge factor now, so let's keep our eyes on that bomb. It's just fallen straight into the hands of Fnatic, so they are going to take a run for it, and Easy is ahead of the curve, so going to be leading the pack almost by this point, but let's remember, never too far away are the Epsilon lads. They're already ready for this. They're already fairly set up. Hunter's patrolling down low. Drunks gets caught in the heels, and now Hunter is still looking for more. Going to try and pick up that bomb. Unfixed is just having to be a turret at the moment. He's got pressure left, right, and center, and once again, down to 2 players.
Fnatic just getting decimated here. This is so disappointing to see. These guys coming from a legacy that they built in Battlefield here as well. Don't get me wrong, they're in the grand finals here. I mean, I love seeing Fnatic on form right now, and they are really being pressed here by Epsilon. I don't think they're necessarily not on form as well. That's not to take anything away from Epsilon, but they are struggling to make ends meet in the second half here. We have 5 minutes and 26 seconds left. Unfixed has the bomb. He's still a little bit away from the bomb site, and they're trying to secure this one up as much as they possibly can. Hexus will be waiting the wings. They might push towards the infirmary as well. And Hexus from the door gets taken down. This should be a plant here. I don't really know. The spawn comes in from Hunter. He can't do a lot from that position, and he gets taken down by Mort.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough retake, but Horek already in the infirmary side room. He can maybe achieve a little something. Wait for that crossfire to be built around the S-bend, but we are just going to wait and see how many resources they really commit to this. They've got 3 players up so far. Epsilon really down to 2 again. The pickups are coming in, but Epsilon trying to make a play, but getting denied at the doorway. Fnatic are just about holding on.
Oh, wow. Fnatic actually starting to wake up a bit now. This might be their time to turn things
Look
around.
at the spawns. They're coming in. Fnatic are now having to play retake game themselves. Too Easy and more going to be coming in off the backside, trying to deny that defuse, but my god, are they going to be doing this one right down to the wire. 2 players inside, 2 players outside. Mort straight up against Hunter. Hunter wins out. The last couple of seconds will be approaching on that bomb, though.
That's why we can hear it. We're going to hear it start to get a little bit louder, more insistent right now. Only 2 players left for Fnatic right now, and there's only 1 left. Unfixed is kept on the outside. Too Easy. I don't think he's going to spawn in on him. They're going to make one last push in.
They can't do this, surely. Hexus is defusing right here, right now. The defuse comes out. And once again, Fnatic drop the ball. They have 3 players up to the mere 1, make it 2 now. But that was just perfect. And even Hexus adding insult to injury by taking down another. Value falls, the Estonian giant, getting put to just absolutely nothing. Look at this again. Another wipe basically coming out. These respawns are going to be dire as well. Easy's going to be the only one really going to be able to stop them or slow them, should I say, as the others fall back to try and recover the pieces.
The Frenchman backhand coming out from Jika there with the G18, and that is, well, giving a bit of breathing room at least to Epsilon, but Fnatic aren't letting up. They're still positioning themselves so far forward. It's Valentine, though, the only player for them right now who really is past that central ring, and he gets taken down. Kill after kill after kill is being put together for Epsilon, but the bomb is held by Fnatic. They're going to regroup. They're going to take their time, and they're going to head back in towards the middle. It'll be Mayak again, the man to challenge on the outside. No one from Fnatic is really there right now. You can see they're just focusing on setting up in the middle here. This works for Epsilon. They will be happy to stall for a bit. They don't want to drag it out. They don't want to risk sort of getting ninja planted right towards the end and actually have this one go to overtime. But they're not really having to push things too hard right now. But speaking of pushing too easy, doing well at that one. Hexus now in the vicinity. What can he do? Too easy drops. And now we're back to some choke point play.
Yeah, it's very hard for Fnatic to pick up clean kills at the moment. They might get one-to-one trades, but they're certainly not getting many opportunities off the back. And with this hesitant play, they're getting the respawns in, but we are going to see that bomb still in the hands of Mortar here. He'll be fine. A little bit of an outside probe from Drunks gets denied in the end from Zika. That bomb does start considering its options there. Mortar toying with the idea of it, but nothing to be found as it looks like Epsilon are just kind of mounting the counterattack here. Down to 3 players at Fnatic, and they're struggling in this doorway.
It's a good hold, actually. Zika really lifting this map. 18 and 7 for the man. It's actually, in terms of frags, it's been way in favor of Epsilon right now, and that's why Fnatic just keep breaking like waves on rock. Yeah,
Fnatic are now in trouble. Players now closing in left, right, and center. You've got 3 players outside. Mortar, too easy, and Drunks can be challenged down by Horek and Mayek. Now joined by Zika. This is a tough one. They know you're against it when you're trying to work in this doorway. The lighting doesn't work in your favor, and nothing works in your favor when you have to go in like that. 3 kills back-to-back for Epsilon. They recover the bomb. They take it inside to their safety, and Fnatic once again have to play that hard retake game.
If Fnatic just had to sort of pick at the outside of the map here, bomb in the hands of Zika. Fnatic just retreating back towards the center. Spawns will come in on towards those stairs, and they'll now spread out over that area. Underneath them is Hexus here. He might go for the stairs himself, get a cheeky little flank here. He's undetected as far as we can tell. Let's see what he can do with his positioning here. Horek finds Unfixed though as well. Outside seems to be where the fun is. And Zika, he seems to be having plenty of his own now. Pushing up through the doorway. There was a Fnatic player to try and stop them. That's more. He might be flanked in just a second. He does get one. He picks up Horek, but he does go down from behind. I think it was Hunter who was there to stop him. And the bomb might even make a run through the outside. Too easy trying to get the heck out of dodge. He gets taken down. And Epsilon now on the move yet again.
And why not? They are literally pulling Fnatic around this map, left, right, and center. Unfixed now had to take the challenge outside as well. Joined by Drunks and Valutaja, 3 men against the 5 of Epsilon, who can still hop off towards that inside play. And you're seeing the kills coming through. They don't even need to. They're taking this challenge.
Let's go.
There's the trade coming out. But Fnatic now need to reassemble. They need to put all the pieces back into place and stop playing the sloppy game because it allows Epsilon the chance to run ahead.
1 minute left in this one. That is all. And you can see Epsilon, they're not rushing things here. We even see a drop from a Fnatic player there as well. I'm not even sure what that was about. It's Unfixed actually dropping. That's so rare. This is devastating timing for them now. This is when they needed him most, when they needed everyone, to be honest. And now Epsilon should be able to run through them. It's only 4 out for Fnatic, and they need 5 to even stand a chance here. Drunks, last man in squad. The bomb will be taken in his direction, strangely enough, but there it is. That's the squad wipe, and that is that.
A matter of closing out the game now. GG's already being said in chat, and Fnatic have left the server, ladies and gents. We've had a 2-0 stomp for Epsilon. These boys, you know, flame them, do what you want, call them out, call them names, but they do turn up and they win the finals.
That is the game there. Impressive stuff, really, from Epsilon there. They've closed it out, of course. Fnatic players just dropping from the server, knowing that there was nothing they could really do there as well. They snuck through that first MCOM detonation. So many hype moments in that map, and it's Epsilon again. Shut down Fnatic. It's Epsilon again getting another cup win. Now 4. All 4 cups have gone to Epsilon. They've done a Fnatic from last season. Can they get them all? That's one thing Fnatic haven't been able to do last season.
Yeah, and I've got to say, with this sort of form, Epsilon look phenomenal. Individually, as a collective, there's not much more to be said, if I'm completely honest. They look very well-rounded. You saw what they can be like on Siege of Shanghai, which is clearly one of their more favorable maps at this point. You saw it not only applying against maybe a newer team or a lesser team, let's say, quote-unquote, but also against Fnatic. So really showing that they do have that power across the board. And even then, depending on individuals, Mayek, huge game from him in 1 half.
Absolutely, and you can see he was drawing quite a response from Fnatic as well. And we hope you guys are enjoying that. It was definitely a masterclass coming out from Epsilon Esports. But sadly, I mean, this is it. That's all we've got to show you guys tonight. We do have another cup winner. It's Epsilon yet again for the 4th time running. They definitely will have a lovely little seeding heading in towards the finals. Lauren, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you back here.
Yeah.
Been good fun. Any closing thoughts before we wrap things up here?
It's nice to be back. I've got to say, casting a little bit of Battlefield. Hopefully you guys at home have dealt with my awfulness. I know I've not been completely on point just yet, but I assure you next time, if I come back, if I get the chance to, I'll be as on point as possible. But it's always a pleasure to watch these guys play, seeing the changes, enjoying the new game mode, and just generally enjoying Battlefield and what this game can provide. So it has been an absolute pleasure. So hopefully you guys at home enjoyed it as well. But yeah, it's been real good fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you with with us so far. Next week, we'll be back for Cup number 5, and that will decide our seedings heading into the group stages before our winter finals. Not a cup to be missed, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, we'll see you on the battlefield.